events, there are so many different things. I had a whole different process to select the players.
Okay, so basically get good and then talk to Boise. Speaking of getting good, we have the game starting as we have Bebe already in good spirits laughing at whatever Milk said.
Can I just say that Bebe has been maybe my favorite player to me in the events, right? He's been such a pleasure at every single corner. He was backseating me in a game this morning, and you know, he's like, the decisions he was making and stuff were really cool, but the way he was presenting it and stuff, just super friendly guy. Like, absolutely great personality.
He's kind of a gem. He's also like incapable of flaming any of the players that he's watching. It's really interesting. He's such a change of pace relative to North American players.
Yeah, I think NA likes to talk a lot of crap, but
he's the opposite. He thinks everyone's amazing at everything. Every talent was the best talent. Every game is the best. Anyone who makes mistakes, they're doing their best and they're going to do better next time. He's just such a wholesome dude. He's like the nicest guy, and he mentioned on cast, like, you know, he tried to give us some tech. The tech wasn't really tech. It was like things that we already knew, but it was. He knew that we had struggled yesterday. He was like, I want you guys to do well. Like, here is the this is the secret. This is the down low.
And
like,
we didn't play any of it.
Go pop it off. I mean, I did build an Aux Force back.
Yeah, so the advice was Aux Force is really good, and we're like,
agree.
See, stop, take notes. That's a low-key flame.
What is he gonna tell us next? 2-star units are better than 1-star units.
But it was so nice. It was like he really was just coming from a place of I want to help these guys out. I want them to do better today. I know they struggled yesterday. He's just the nicest guy.
No, he's actually a low-key flamer, but like he doesn't even realize it. That's like the most insidious part of it all.
Okay, not so nice though. What do you think of Kale 2? I have an opinion on this unit, and like,
is this a unit? Are we sure?
I think she's like half a unit.
The joke I used to make is that this something that's really bad is a unit in the game team fight tactics, but honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure we can say Kale is a unit in the game team fight tactics.
I agree. I think Kale, I was saying this before, but I think Kale is the worst one cost to play around in terms of having a carry that I can ever remember. Like, there's probably weaker one cost you can bring up, but like in terms of my memory, I can't even think of a worse one cost.
That's a good one. Chat, spam who you think, you know, set number and what unit it is. We'll look.
I don't know. I just legitimately think that like Kale with 3 items and Kale with 0 items is no diff.
Make sure to take note of whoever says Udyr so that Ramkev has the list.
Oh, that's true. Okay, Udyr actually I can contest that.
So, you know, interesting enough, so he pre-leveled on
he did
1-4, which something you didn't see a lot in set 7, but it has, you know, come, I think, back into prominence as tempo has become part of the game again, more so, with dragons and
hold on.
Set 7 stuff gone.
We're having a certified chatting moment. People said Ziggs.
Ziggs? No way! There's no way. Okay, number 1, how dare you? Number 2, that's just wrong.
So here's the thing, right? When Ziggs has a 50% chance to be a unit, he either hits or he doesn't. Kale has a 0% chance to be a unit.
Yes,
she never hits.
Yeah. That's math.
Yeah.
That's math.
She
even
almost killed his Poppy? All right.
Oh.
All right, we got one.
Oh, there it is.
Wait, I should make it 2.
Oh my god. So Bebe was telling me
and
that
Thrill procs?
Yeah, he loves Thrill. Like, Thrill is obviously really good, right? But Bebe is convinced that Thrill is just absolutely insane like, every spot. And, you know, I'm pretty tempted to agree with him here, because it looked really good there.
Okay, so that being said, I know we're like kind of talking about how terrible Kale is, but he is playing around the 2-star that he hit, so this is actually correct. I know a lot of people might. That's not to say that he's playing his spot poorly whatsoever. It's very understandable.
Yeah, we promise he's going to swap out for this as soon as he possibly can, but it is definitely his best play right now.
100%.
If he could magically move the last Whisper from the Kale to the Vayne, he would for sure do that, though.
So which Solus is the real Solus? There's Solus, and then there's TSM Solus. Which one is Flight Z?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh. Well, I guess we'll find out the first time we go look at one of their POVs. I'm down to swap. Production, can we swap to either Solus?
Wait.
A wild card.
No.
Whichever underground is him, right?
We need to figure out one thing. Is Bebe going to level the 5 at 2-3? And then we can swap. Because he just won. And now Bebe is a player that loves to lean into momentum. So the question is, does Bebe level here at 2-3? Any thoughts? What do you think?
I think he doesn't have a reason, but I'll talk about it after.
You think he doesn't?
I think he doesn't.
I think he doesn't either.
Oh, I mean, I think he does. I think he does.
Me too. I think he does anyway.
Okay, so my reason, right? Earlier today, when he was backseating me, it was like 3-2, and he was like, haha, baby with level 7 here. And
Wait, he said that to you?
He did it. He said that to me. I did it. He was like, he said I wouldn't have done that.
Third person to you and goes, "What would Bebe do?"
He referred to himself in the third person.
I love
There's
this
no
man
way.
even more.
Do it.
So I do it. I do it, right? I lose immediately.
He's looking at it.
Do it. 8 gold. Do it.
He's going to.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Is
That's my
always-
baby.
Okay.
Holy.
So Appies, you were wrong. You're an idiot, but you can still explain why you thought you were right.
Oh. Okay, because, you know, in that spot, baby was like, ha, baby level 3 level here. I did. I lost immediately. He said I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, okay.
So I just, you know, he's a little restrained, you know. He's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he
but
thinks-
you guys just do not understand the baby.
We're not Bebe.
Hush,
yeah.
plebeian.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
We
honestly,
missed it.
the Bebe is doing it in a good spot. And it was a
Yeah.
good spot.
I
so
like
this
this
was a good spot.
proper
Not my spot.
noun. It's the baby.
The Bebe.
Yeah.
El Bebe.
Can you smell what the baby is cooking?
Okay, now my goal is to get him to refer to himself in the third person on
As the
broadcast at some
baby.
point. At some point.
Oh god.
But
All
so
right, we've confirmed, by the
not
way,
do
we're on TSM Solus's POV, and we can confirm this is the real Solus. So,
Okay, so TSM
TSM Solus is Solus, and Solus is Flightsy.
Wait,
Okay, I see.
I'd say
Yeah.
like 90% of the time, the easy way to do this test is just seeing who has underground on stage 2.
Yeah, he doesn't. But Solus is, I think when I was watching his play and talking a little bit, he really loves the Renegade line a lot. I mean, everyone knows Oxforce, a very strong trait is the polite way to say it.
We love Oxforce.
And I think that it also offers you a lot of flexibility. People think that it's like only Viego, but the reality is you can actually play so many different carries along that side.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to like maneuver around it until you get to that Viego if you want to. And then if you get an Oxforce spat, it's just so good on so many different units, right? Because you have easy access to the synergy when like Annie and Alistair,
Right,
who
right.
will always be good.
That's right, that's right. So he ends up taking a scaling attack damage admin trait, so kind of a little bit unusual. You don't really need it necessarily for the LeBlanc, but it does give you the opportunity to lean into Zed, and as we know, Solus and many other players love Zed.
It's also just better right now because it's on the whole team, right? The other ones were the admin-specific ones.
That's true.
It's so much harder to get some of the generic ones now because they took out the on
kill.
Yeah, the on kill stuff, which was all generic, and so it feels like oftentimes you get a full suite of admin options that are just admin specific, which I'm not saying that's never good. Like if you're playing around Camille early, it can be pretty good, but honestly, most of the admin specific ones feel really bad unless you're like playing admin as the line.
What do you think about Sunfire Cape? I know some players have said that they really hate that item to be slammed now because it uses up a belt and they don't feel like it's that impactful.
I think it's pretty impactful early still. I'm down to slam it in stage 2. That's basically it, though.
I think there's some really good spots. Electrocharge is, I've been seeing you super well recently, and if you have Sunfire Electrocharge, you just don't lose a fight. Right,
That's true. You so much early game damage.
Yeah. It, you know, surprisingly, right, it's really good on mech, which you wouldn't think so because, oh, sorry. Are you, oh, I thought
No, I'm stretching. I'm stretching.
okay,
also,
okay.
I had a question.
I thought you were
by the way.
excited. I was like, oh my god.
No, I actually had a follow-up question, but finish your
Yeah.
great
So
point.
just level to 6, by the way.
Pepe's at 6 with Underground, with all 1-star board and 2-star kill. Actually, he has a 2-star Galio.
So,
Man.
yeah, you think you want like a lot of stats on Mecha, right? Like Sunfire would be a bad item, but it actually like Set stays around for so long, stays around for so long that Sunfire is actually super good on Mech, which is maybe like the premier late game front line right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people early on, I put Sunfire on a mech in an in-house, and then afterwards a bunch of people, or like people flame me for it. And then like a week later, everyone was saying, oh, this Sunfire mech thing, this makes a lot of sense. It lives at the end, it burns everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, two things real quick. First of all, Bebe leveled to 6 and got 5-0'd, so he didn't kill a single unit.
Kill a single unit. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Unfortunate. He was at 96 and now he's at 86.
Oh my god.
Or 98 rather. The second thing is so my spot when I played threats Appies, I had Electrocharge or Makeshift Armor, and I was playing all threats, and that was a really tough spot specifically. And I was kind of wondering if you thought Electrocharge or Makeshift Armor.
Yeah, I feel like
you talk about Electrocharge so highly there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it is a little lobby dependent, right? There's a lot of melee in the lobby, like Zeds Viegos, and Electric Charge maybe is a little bit better. But I'd say, you know, depending on your front lines and stuff, Electric Charge will give you a lot of value just because, you know, Rammus and Cho have so much base stat already that it's hard to...
Okay, so I thought that's what I was thinking. So I said it's just really interesting because I think a lot of these augments are so close in terms of like what you can choose in different situations.
No, for sure. And that's the beauty of the set. Again, like, I keep talking about it, but like this set is so flex and there's so many cool little synergies that aren't just like, hey, play to mascot, play to whatever.
Right.
That, you know, the more like familiar you get with the set, the more it just opens up.
I mean, look at even the way Sox is playing his board, right? It's not exactly the kind of board you're looking for that 5 streaks, but he's just playing good 2-star units around strong things like mascots, and like he just has his gameplay with these gloves. Slandering Redemption. This is Sox in his element. This is what he first became known as and started winning all these tournaments.
What's so fun about it, about having Sox and Bebe in the same lobby, is that in many ways they're really similar players. The only core difference is that Bebe believes in pushing level tempo a lot harder than Sox does. So he's over-leveled a lot more often than Sox, but they're both very fluid builders of boards. They both try to play around all of the units in the game, and they both try to slam everything basically throughout the game. Yeah. So it's cool seeing the two different styles that are kind of very much in the same family of TFT going head-to-head in this lobby.
It's true. I kind of view TFT players as kind of like an alignment chart.
Yep.
You know, like you can take
We've talked about this a lot.
Whatever favorite anime you have, right? Like, you know, Naruto or Hunter x Hunter, like whatever it is. Like, and it's basically like people have an affinity to a specific type of play style. And it's really interesting how similar some people are, but slightly different.
Okay, some pretty cool options here. I mean, Zoomies, as fun as it is kind of hard taking a spot like this, right?
Okay. Am I the only person that likes Smash? I think this augment's great. Like, I don't think it's top S tier, but I think it's like a solid A+ tier.
Yeah, with how many boards you can put Alistar on, it just turns into like a second Sejuani, right?
Yeah.
It is good.
I think it's solid.
It doesn't quite turn to a second Sejuani. I pick this augment a lot. I play Alistar on every board. I always buy Alistar. I think it's a really good unit. The problem with Alistar is, in order to get value out of it, because there's only one hex, right? So instead of hitting one unit directly in front of you, you basically need to get him surrounded to get a bunch of value. Not always an easy thing to do to get him surrounded to get that value and have that continue throughout the fight. And a lot of the mana gain thing is about being able to cast multiple times. So it's a very challenging positioning puzzle of how do you get him to hit 2 or 3 units consistently, but also live in the fight.
You don't play a lot of Hacker Alistar?
Oh, I'm not a knower. Is that good? That sounds fun.
I don't think so.
I now really want to try it.
Yeah, no.
Are you memeing appies, or is that?
I mean, but it does sound kind of good now, and I want to,
So you're saying send Alistar into the Trojan horse. You put the cow on the horse.
Okay, I'll be honest. That's how
how I
get to half
you just
the boards
move
I get
their
to.
back line.
No, seriously. Like, that's how you get to half the fun boards in the game. You're just like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And then it works. Or it doesn't, and Alistar ults like one thing and you die.
I see.
You know.
I feel like you just perfectly summarized your entire philosophy of TFT, which is that you just screw around, have fun, and then at some point along the way, as long as you're paying attention, you'll figure out, oh, that actually is tech. Most of the time, certified not tech. But you do discover a lot of really interesting things if you're willing to play around all the different units, play all the different units, and that's why I think you're such a fun player to watch, because you're willing to kind of go down that journey that a lot of other people aren't, and you will find a lot of things that are actually quite good that everyone else says is bad.
I am trying to do it less in the middle of a tournament.
Yes, that's good. I agree. I've been fighting you on that for like a year and a half now. Just like, what if you just had a little restraint in tournament?
The philosophy is if you're having the most fun in the room, you're winning. But then the fact matter is that you're not always winning because sometimes you're just losing. Turns out.
Sometimes if you're not winning, you're just losing. Really insightful.
The problem is that, like, you every once in a while you do have that moment in tournament, like your Kim Tech Nar game is one of my favorite tournament games I've ever casted. It was so fun. But having that have worked in those moments is in the back of your head when you're like, no, this will work, trust, I'm confident in this, and then it's like, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, my boss is next to me. I probably can't say I'm going to troll him tournament.
Some people are just straight up like saying like, okay, it's Summit, we're here for fun, like, and it's also set launch. Who knows if this is good or not? And they rip it. Dishub said that and got a first in our lobby. He was just like, should I take this? I don't even know if it's that good. He's like, screw it, it's a fun tournament.
And
then he goes first.
That was the last stand game.
That was the last stand game where he didn't know what to do, and he was just like, So it's really interesting because like everyone references someone like Dishub for all the answers, right? Whenever whenever I have a question, he's one of the top 3 people I always ask, like, is it better to do X or Y? And a lot of times he doesn't even know, and he's just kind of improvising, and then he's just crushing.
He's like Appies, but he does have restraint. He only
Okay, so he just
something...
said he's Appies but better.
No.
You're not wrong.
He's less creative in terms of playing around different units. They both play quite wide. I think that they're both very kind of deep, thoughtful, intuitive players, and they do things like, for example, was it the last game where Dish Soap was double Locket Electrocharge 5? He had Prismatic and Gold Electrocharge, which makes so much sense when you think about it, and it's the type of thing that very few players in the tournament are capable of doing. But if you showed me like a screenshot that took away the names, my first guesses would be Appies, and they would be Dish Soap for that spot.
Yeah, he's such a good player.
He's really good.
He feels like the 8-ball, like Magic 8-ball of TFT, where if you ask him, he knows the answer.
Yeah.
Like, he's got an answer for you for everything.
It's cool that we have multiple oracles, Ramblin' and Dish Soap for all
the
questions.
I'm so sad Ramblin's not here. He would have been so good.
Me too. Can we appreciate the Solus client? He just has a Viego on 6.
Yeah, so like we talked about how Solus liked to play around Renegade. We saw him have like an unfortunate fight previously against like DQA. I think his Viego barely didn't kill his Senna. But you can see why he likes Viego so much. Such a reliable carry. You're talking about 4 costs that can be really effective at 1-star. There's a handful of them. Misfortune's one of them, but people really sleep on Viego.
Yeah, he just kind of pops off randomly.
Dallas also had it, by the way.
Oh.
So they both have Setsuko shopping turned on in a lobby with Setsuko.
Bebe streaking, by the way. Him and Milk are 2-3. Let's check out Milk, guys, POV. We saw Bebe with the Underground. Let's see Milk as well.
What do you think Milk said when Bebe lost? At the end of stage 2.
Oh, Milk has future sight. Wait, so he's forced to talk to Bebe. He said that a core strategy going into day 2 is he's not going to talk to Bebe. Oh, he's going to go up against Bebe.
Win streak for Bebe.
And he needs to preserve it.
The teamwork!
No, hold on. He needs to lose. He needs to guarantee lose.
He is. He's got a Zoe 2 on the bench.
You know, I think there's a 50-50 chance
This is Zoe 2 with Blue Buff and Morello on the bench.
We'll see. We'll see. Bebe's still playing Kale 2.
Yeah, how is Bebe still carrying this KO? These items have to go on Bebe.
Wait, Bebe streak? Okay, no. No one's actually getting to this KO.
It's going to be close.
Hold on a second.
Surely.
Kale, you have 25 seconds to attack. You got this.
It's fine.
Okay, through.
Was that an arrow?
Nice. Well executed.
Arrow from last set just flies
by Team Milk and Bebe. What's their team name again?
They're Team Noob Trickers.
Noob Trickers.
Yes.
Definitely a top 3 name
well
in the tournament.
Done.
Yeah. What are the best
Synergy.
names of the tournament so far?
I love Kurum Solus's name, Master Chef.
Oh, that's really good.
That's such a good name.
Oh, what's Nico's something that's
Squeak in the
Sink.
I like that one a lot too.
I think that's actually just the top 3.
Yeah, that might be the top 3.
You have Ryan passing in front. He's so cute.
The insane thing about Bebe is he's also still playing Underground, right? So he's still even getting like more and more resource accumulation for these heists. He's going to be a really powerful position.
Milk and Bebe are in such good spots. Milk has 71 HP with his front line and back line relatively solid.
Underground emblem. Was that a tome off of Wolves?
Wow, Mortdog.
Someone add more.
Hold on. That's
not allowed.
5 Underground.
What would Bebe do? Bebe would get a gold augment for free on Wolves while playing Win Streak Underground.
Bebe would hit tome off of Wolves here. Oh my god. It actually came true.
By the way. Carry, by the way.
That is the Bebe.
Yeah, it's actually so good for Bebe that he played Milk at the end of last stage because it guarantees the streak, right?
Yeah. Wait, can someone explain to me why we still have these items on Kale? There is just no way that these items don't move to Vein 2 in this spot.
You know, so here that's what I always thought too, right, Bryce? And then the other day I was watching DQA, and some guy in the lobby was beating him, and this guy, he's playing 9 duelists, right? The Vein 2, like a Z1 stuff, all his items on a Kale 2 with 9 duelists. That one more than 8.
Well, you know what, guys? This Kale's actually popping off.
Yeah, he is.
And if there's one person that can really shut us all up and make us look like noobs, essentially,
yeah,
Bebe's making it work. This Kale 2's popping off.
But doesn't Vein 2 just do straight up more damage with these items?
Wait!
I mean...
Oh, he doesn't know.
Wait, no, it worked. Sometimes Salvage Bin doesn't give you an item. Sometimes.
Oh, wait, what? Really?
My understanding is that the bug also includes, like, sometimes your items disappear when you sell from your board. So he, like, might lose items at some point in this game.
Oh,
I also do not know.
It's okay. You know what? It would be too easy if he just won without actually.
Exactly. What he said was,
this is balancing.
Mordog gave me a gold augment on wolves, and I want to make this fair and competitive. So I'm gonna go down a gold augment myself on 4-2. It's all even.
Or he's never selling this Kale, and he's just gonna ride Kale 2 to a win. I told this story actually on day 1. So I had to go do some stuff for the posters at the media day. So I asked Sox to take over my game. He banned all 2-star legendary board, and it was 1v1 versus a KO2 player, and he lost 3 times in a row. And on my account, he went second.
Wow.
You know,
Sox is a noob.
The issue with saying that a unit sucks is that you immediately just see the unit pop off, and you feel stupid. Like, I don't know if I'm actually like a noob being tricked right now, or if this unit's actually
He
like
just got
playable.
rolled. He played a real board.
Okay,
I don't know what's happening in all those previous fights, but he just played a real board, and the Kale did nothing.
Let's watch what heist he's at. What heist is he at?
Oh, this is the exact heist I got offered.
Heist 2? Continue the heist. Continue the
no.
heist.
Bryce is just like me for real.
This is. I literally got this exact heist offered. I didn't even know this was a 2 heist available. It's so good.
28 gold or whatever.
Yeah, it's a really, really good heist at 2.
Do you think Bebe ever just goes to the content here and just like sends it to 7 heist?
Honestly, the fact that he is on 5 underground, you could easily send it with that much HP.
Yeah.
You have guaranteed good losses with milk too, right?
True. Hopping on board with Sweatsuko, playing the 6 duelist board that he helped kind of illuminate. It's actually a build that Setsuko was talking a lot about, theory crafting wise, and then he actually got to pull off in tournament, and now here he is, back again, picking up exactly where he left off.
You know, I'm always happy to see Setsuko's board because every single time he has a TG and every single time he has perfect items. Which I think is, you know, he really values Mana Thieves as a great augment. And then he always makes super good use of them, but it's crazy how much he has good items on TG.
Yeah, at first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not familiar with Setsuko gloves. Wait till you see Setsuko and shopping.
No, did you see the end of the day yesterday? End of our games yesterday. Setsuko rolled like, it was like Zeke's, and then on like the thing next to his Vayne 3, and then he rolled like IEBT on like another carry.
Yeah, and then the next round he got Titans Edge of Night on Zed.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
He had like BIS Z items like 4 fights in a row.
Yeah.
He just doesn't
I
miss.
actually did a double take. I checked for lucky gloves, and nope, just Setsuko gloves.
It's just Setsuko gloves. Yeah. All right, let's see what he's able to get done here. I wonder how much he's going to roll because his board is stable, but it's also he also really wants some upgrades here, like Kaisa 2, for example.
Does he slam GS here, you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
What else would you slam?
Yeah, he's already got the sword
Yeah,
on
there's
it, right?
nothing-
I think Last Whisper
Yeah.
is probably better, but obviously that's not a realistic goal here.
Is it?
So.
So I believe this is Edge of or Into the Night for Vayne. So the only other argument you could say is if he wants to play Edge of Night onto the Vayne,
Sure.
but I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean that Fjord just turns into a Zed, right? Ideally. Or I don't think the Kale does, and then like he finds a way to get on the Fjord, but he definitely wants like GA Zed at some point here. The vertical duelist has been so good this weekend.
Yeah, this is, I think, the surprise of the tournament. This is the board that was the least talked about coming in as part of the kind of AS tier.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's just Neela. And Neela, like, it's a couple things, but like Neela is so strong. You're just like keeping a board alive for no good reason.
Yeah, that unit's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that because I feel like there's been moments where Neela is really disappointing to me, and I have like Warmog, Stoneplay, Ramble, or Redemption, something like that, and I feel like she gets blown up too much. Do you know why that ends up happening?
Yeah, what it is you don't really want to put items on her, in my opinion. You put items on the things next to her. And so she just heals everything around her for so much that it's an insane amount of value.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong then.
Or it's like, you know, in 6 duelists, if you just don't have any front line, but you have, you know, if you have like a Fiora 2 and a, you know, Ox guy, what's his name? Alistair 2.
Holy moly, what is this APM?
Yeah, this is like the opposite of when we were watching P-God get super dizzy earlier. Baby just so cleanly transitioned this
What
board.
is this? He got underground back in.
Yeah, he's
so
literally.
good.
I was just gonna say
How
that,
did he do that?
this man managed to find a way to keep underground on this board. He's gonna keep playing Ezreal and he's gonna play Samira.
Wait, did he didn't take a cash out yet, right? Or
He did.
He
He
just
did.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, and then he actually loses to this. Is that a
I mean,
Soraka-
this is
Soraka
a
2?
very
Yeah.
strong board from
Yeah.
Milk. He has Soraka 2 at 7 with 2 blue buffs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they knew they were playing against each other. Oh, the tiers we can get the extra Doses Machina and we get one more kill?
Oh, close. I mean, you're probably looking for like redemption or something anyways off of creeps, right? So I think tier is totally okay to just...
By the way, do we hear Dan? He already knows the unit the names of their ultis. I'm like, that's like a thing I study for regionals. He just casually pulls out, what was it, Dulcis Machina or something? What the heck?
I mean, you know who knows even more than I do? Bebe, because he actually had to translate Korean to English. So we learned all the ability names. So we just kept referencing it during the cast. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, where I come from, we call it big laser thingy.
Yeah, exactly.
Big laser
Yeah.
thingy.
I mean, I think they're equally descriptive.
Why is he benching? Oh, so he sold Samira. So he's not actually going to play around that anymore.
Yeah, because he has Zed. He wants to play around Zed instead.
Okay, this is interesting.
I mean, he has many options here. It depends on like what he's thinking about.
Looks like he really wants the redemption.
Yeah,
right?
he wants
Makes
the
the tier 7
redemption.
really good. You can just go GS or Rage Blade if you want.
I thought I might think about blue buff there, honestly,
Wait
just
a
because he has
second.
the BT already.
He has 5 Velvets.
Okay.
Dude, he's so fast.
Wait, he sold a Zed, so he would have had Zed 2 by now.
He doesn't want to play Zed.
Slightly, if he meant to go for Zed 2, he actually ended up overrolling a little bit.
Okay. Do you think he sells Bel'Veth for Zed here? Or does he wait until he has...
I mean, I want to, yeah.
If you're going to do that, I feel like you would go... Wouldn't you go Edge?
Yeah.
Like, he had the option to take Edge.
I think Redemption is just too good in general. I think Redemption was the better item because this Leona can, 1v10, and then you just play around this Bel'Veth till 9 maybe, and you're okay. It's definitely an interesting line. I don't think like clearly with TFT, there's no necessarily wrong decision unless you just like sell your board at 2-1.
Yeah. I'm definitely not trying to second guess this Bebe guy. He is way better at TFT than me, and definitely way better at set 8 than me.
So he's playing a line that China plays a lot, which is essentially to have a strong front line and to play multiple threats. And this is a really high tempo composition that can easily cap out really high into legendaries, because what makes it really interesting is that you can end on threats.
Still rolling.
But you can also replace them with legendaries if you hit the legendaries as well.
He did not sell Asol to make gold there. He's going for all of it. He's going for Bel'Veth 3, he's going for Set 3, and he's going for Asol 3.
I think he's trying to feel the spot and see exactly what it is that he wants, right? Like, I feel like he's already in a pretty insane spot. He can kind of see what units he wants to look for 3-starred and what exactly he wants to do. Because I don't think like, from this spot, like you're always rolling for stuff, right? You're not going 9. You obviously want to get to 50 and start saving money to actually get there, but...
Ooh, the headphones go on, and now he will try. I mean, it's actually really impressive what they're able to put together here. This Leona is really strong. Looks like Viego got the Edge of Night triggered. Bel'Veth is still not being attacked right now. This second cast from Leona is really devastating, but the Bel'Veth is also getting targeted by the Leona as well. That's a big source of his DPS.
I heard...
Asol's still alive.
That's
Asol
true.
cast.
Oh, this Viego, though.
This Viego, though. But the thing is, he has D-Claw, BT, no anti-heal, so this doesn't matter. This Leona just wins in overtime, right?
I think so. I mean,
less?
Sometimes it's just too much damage.
Oh, wow.
God.
Oh
my God.
And he didn't say reaction as us, by the way.
He didn't appreciate it.
Reaction.
I actually overheard some Bebe tech about Leona earlier.
Oh,
he was
spill the tea.
Yeah, so Solus was sitting down and he was like 2 HP on a mech board, right? And he hits Leona and Bebe's like, oh, you should sell your set 2 for this. Like you should remove items. And Solus like, no, I need the front line, right? Solus immediately loses because he didn't have the Leona mech'd. Like immediately. Because he ran into like another mech player and then they were actually running Leona, and Leona just killed his set and outright, and he lost.
So he just thinks that Leona 1 is always better than set 2.
I don't know about always, but he really values Leona 1.
What is his frontline Asol trying to do? Oh, he's going up against Milk Guy. And he's trying not to...
Oh, I think he's trying to get mana generation on the Asol by putting it in front of the Zoe.
I mean, he knew he was playing against Milk, though.
Yeah, well, Asol only needs to cast a couple times, right?
I guess so.
It's got Archangel. I would not want the
Maybe he felt like he was stronger than Milk, so he's trying not to...
Yeah, trying to like do the cast. He's trying to like get killed. But is he going to lose this fight?
I don't know if he's losing.
No, he wins.
Looks like he killed a damage source, and now it's just up to Soraka.
I mean, this Leona looks really hard to kill. But it did last fight, too, and Viego got it.
Yeah, there's a lot more damage. There's a lot more damage left over. Yeah, these guys are too good.
What the heck?
God.
That's a perfect loss.
They're too good at TFT.
Oh,
holy.
By the way, we've talked about all the Dedge players. Dallas out in 8th. Flightsy out in 7th. Oh, no, that's actually
Solus. Solus outplaced by Flightsy.
Solus out in 7th and DQA out in 6th. Setsuko fighting for his life here on the 5th bubble.
It feels like Setsuko didn't really get like the insane amount of duelist emblems. I feel like going vertical duelist without having those +1s is such a big deal.
We've seen it do really well with +2. We've not seen it do really well with +1, which is a good note.
I mean, +1 they can do well.
Yeah.
You just don't go 6 duelos. You just go 4, and you have a lot more space, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Redemption Zed, the known tech.
Yeah, I think without
okay.
That's a bold
Actually,
But
call,
then
Cotton.
you gotta play GP1 and
Kale
Kale1.
Can we just bring some attention to these Yasuo items? Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just saying. I mean,
again,
see anything weird about
are
that.
you new? Hello?
I don't see anything weird about that. Into the Night Zed. No hacker, though.
yeah, I think like if you don't have 2 spats, it can be really awkward to try to get an 8 duel strike. You're stuck on that Kale, and like you're playing a GP as well, and it gets a little hard.
Right.
Which is why people are going to catch on to, like, 4 duels with good front line is going to be really, really strong with 1 spat.
We have seen already a couple of games with Zed 6 or 8 duelists, and if I recall, they're all top 4 actually.
I think that all the 8 duelist games we've seen so far are top 1, actually. So,
Yeah.
so Setsuko out here tanking the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Viego is so fun to watch. It's just like Darius from Set 3 vibes, right? Or Set 4, rather.
Yep.
Oh, in Set 3 as well,
Man,
right?
I love that unit.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like kicking back, watching a Gun Maze stream with him having, just spamming Space Jam comp, spamming
That's
Space
right.
Jam music.
He played the Space Jam
Too
soundtrack.
fun. Yeah.
I think my favorite TFT moment ever was I was doing a drinking stream, and I was playing Space Jam. I was playing like the Space Jam equivalent in Set 4, and I was just freaking out as my Darius killed the entire board. It was
So fun.
Yeah, that's a
Reset
trip.
units in TFT are so hype.
Yeah. Okay, there's the Zoe 3.
Yeah,
that looks super strong.
Zed is straight on to the Vayne, but Vayne's going to yeet out of there with the recon trait. Zed going back, but actually leaves it alone.
Yeah.
It is amazing how much the 8 duelist spike is, though. It does feel like a lot. The attack speed is just so much more potent, but there's just so much front line. This Vayne 2 is just not able to
He's
get
just
through
playing bad units,
Yeah.
quite frankly. He's playing Gangplank 1 and KO 1 to get this 8 duels. And I understand what his philosophy was, but the context was different when he got that first place. Still, given like what happened, right? The 4th strongest person HP-wise right now is Bebe, who got an underground emblem given to him for free. So like 5th might be the best he could possibly squeeze out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you always have to balance the, like, unit quality versus like how much value you want on your carry, and that's just a spot where like the 1-star 1 cost doesn't really.
What the heck?
By the way, Sox was playing the tech. Did you see that? He's playing the vertical Ox Force, the Bebe tech. He did not need the leak.
Wait, how many sets does Bebe have?
That is 8 sets.
That is 8?
Oh.
Yeah.
If you find 8 sets, you do mech it, right?
Bryce.
Abby's, you ever sack a set 3 just through the HP?
I mean,
He's
it's a
got
lot of
11 HP. He
stats.
could try. Maybe he lives on 1. Actually, is player damage too high now?
Yeah,
for
it's
him to
too
live on
high.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can still try it for content, but you should probably make your. Although you need a new
Yeah,
thing
you need
for items,
anything.
right?
Oh, he's past one.
If he's going up against Milk, he can actually
He's got it.
do that.
He's got the replacement.
Oh yeah, because Milk can just sack
Yeah, Milk
here,
can
right?
sack here for sure.
Dude, Future Sight in this tournament is so cool.
Well, it's
It
not.
is so
I mean, yeah, they all have future sight. in this
They all have
moment,
future sight
but-
right now,
Oh.
but yes.
Wait, that's super
But
true.
I agree that future
but it
sight
is
in this
super cool
tournament is
still.
cool.
It actually does change a little bit of a 3-player dynamic because 3 players. Oh wait, is Bebe sacking as well?
Wait, what?
Huh?
So this is a belief that Bebe.
Oh, they're both trying to
They're
get
both
weaker.
they're trying to minimize damage across the board. Like
Wow.
neither of them are trying to win very
This is so
convincingly.
5-head.
Wow. Assuming this works out, these guys, the team synergy is pretty high here.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell
Well,
you, day
we'll
after day, they're
see.
just going to get better and better at working together.
Milk actually hasn't really killed many
Milk's not killing
units.
units. Milk
Okay.
might have screwed this up.
But the communication was there to set this up, right?
The idea
Yeah.
is really clever. Like if you can find, if
Both
you can
weakening the boards.
intentionally spend the whole time figuring it out so that it's a 1 or 2 unit loss, but guarantee the result.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's
okay.
easier said than done.
Yawn. I've seen better teamwork.
Okay.
Not really. Milk hit Ram
Please.
is 3. Hold on a second.
Please.
Leona 2 for Sox.
We want the set. Mort Dog, please.
so
On time?
solicit Z2.
Oh, he's
Okay.
selling. Oh, no.
He's just going for it,
He's
yeah.
going
Let's
for
go.
Yeah,
it.
because he thinks he's gonna die.
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
doesn't get
yeah,
it.
I get it, I
I
get
think
it.
it's entirely
Yes,
reasonable.
Yeah.
Big sack.
Going against Solus? Whoa, what is this? This is so creative.
Going up against Flight
Flight
Sea.
Sea.
Wait, is Flight gonna go first in his
Yo,
First game.
I'm down for a recount. This Flightsy guy is get him out of here.
Maybe Flightsy comes down for the interview, rips off the mask, and it was Kurimex the whole time.
Yeah, this Leona just can't.
Yeah,
this is
unfortunate.
She's not playing the game.
Oh, Leona did ult the Zed.
I mean, BT Leona can drain tank so much, but just yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, nice try, nice try. And if maybe Sox takes more damage, it doesn't look like it though.
Yeah.
Minus 12 is unlikely.
At least they're both top 4, right?
Yeah.
Great game. Yeah, great game from Team Noob Trickers.
Yeah, and a lot of cool synergy there, like team-wise. That was a lot of cool things shown that, like, can be seen later in the tournament too if people start applying it.
Yep.
Okay, but it also makes sense that Flightsy is doing well because he's actually been playing nonstop TFT since he got here.
Yeah. This guy's actually one of the more practiced players right now.
That's right.
Yep.
High key unfair. I do demand a recount.
Okay, so you have the Zoe versus the Zed board. What does this matchup really look like?
The fact that you called this the Zoe board, the disrespect to Rammus in this situation.
Wait, it's Hacker
hard,
Rammus.
It's hard for me to deal with.
Hold on, it's Hacker Rammus.
It's Hacker Rammus 3 and you call this a Zoe board?
Wait, the Rammus... Huh?
It has a hacker emblem.
Oh, I thought you meant it was going to the backlines. Like,
No,
wait,
no,
am I
no,
seeing this
No,
wrong?
I meant literally Hacker Rammus.
It just started like
it has
waddling.
Omnivamp though. It's 4 hackers, so it's Rammus 3 with what is it, 80% Omnivamp?
Yeah. It's 70%. Yeah, it's
70%?
a lot. It's a lot.
Socks, what's up? You have to. Oh no,
we
can we get
have to
Socks'
enable the
mic on?
mic. Oh
Not yet.
gosh, it isn't. It's not enough though.
Oh,
There's just
good.
still
You're
so
good.
much coming up from
Bro,
Flightsy.
You gotta lean in more. You
Oh,
can't.
hello. I'm trying to hit 2 Viegos. Milk behind me. I heard him say, "Oh, hold the Viegos." He's going for a Viego 3, and then both Milk and Solus hold 2 Viegos, and I never even got 2 Viegos online. I was so sad.
Sad.
Look at these guys.
There's an interesting thing emerging, which is that the rooms, whatever room you're in, because for those of you who don't know, that's 2 rooms of 4 each.
at these guys.
They do kind of talk and help each other a little bit. So you definitely have one main partner, but you have temporary partners, brothers in arms. For the whoever happens to be in your room. And by the way,
Flightsy's
the
gonna
Dark
do it,
Room
man.
is turning it around today. Dark Room was the better performances both games 1 and lobbies D and E so far.
Oh, you were Darkroom again.
We were Dark Room
Dark-
again.
okay.
Yeah, we
Interesting.
tried to not be, but those snakes actually ran up there before the previous was
Unlucky.
even over. They were up there to claim the good room.
Okay, interesting.
Dude.
Also, yeah, Milk's board is so cool.
Yeah.
It's actually so
Yeah,
cool.
But
it is.
I'm pretty sure Flightsy
Yeah,
has
Flightsy
been
wins.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
The Zed, he's trying to get the Zed stuck on Rammus.
Oh, another Sedge cast.
A lesson you learn the hard way in TFT is that cool does not always mean good.
Yeah, that's
Or-
a lesson
or
that you've
winning,
learned the
rather.
hard
This
way
is good.
roughly 1,000 times, so you're gonna keep learning it.
I'll learn 1,000 more before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Zed
that's a
did get
Leona
stuck
too.
onto this for a little bit. Zed is
This room's
dead.
Rammus,
Zed is
no!
dead. It's okay. Zed is dead. Surely Zoe wins this. Zoe. It's close.
Flightsy does it.